I am Batman!
Hey everybody, it's Charlie. Surprise, surprise, we have some awesome Batman news. Everyone's desperately in need of some good news this morning, so I have the best possible news. You wanted Batman in the Arrowverse? We finally got him. But not just any Batman, one of the best Batmen of all time. So we'll break it down. And because this is such awesome news, we'll do a new giveaway for the Batman Beyond Special Edition Blu-ray. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave your best Batman Crisis on Infinite Earths theory on the video. So if you didn't see the news this morning, the reason why everyone is freaking out in a good way is because they're doing the TCA's panel for the CW shows. They announced that they're going to have Batman during Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover. But get this, it gets even better. The Batman that they're going to be using is Kevin Conroy, probably one of the best Batman of all time, but he'll be playing a live-action version of Batman. Finally, we finally get live-action Kevin Conroy. Unless you're a really little kid, you probably remember him from Batman the Animated Series and Batman Beyond, two of the best Batman shows of all time. They also did a couple of Batman animated movies with Kevin Conroy. Mask of the Phantasm is probably one of the best Batman movies of all time. It just happens to be animated. I never would have thought they had been able to do something like this, and I never expected them to get Kevin Conroy to come guest star. But if they're doing Burt Ward from the 1966 Batman TV series, they didn't say who he's playing, but I'm hoping that he's playing an older version of Dick Grayson, Robin, from some Earth, either from our Earth 1 or from some other Earth in the multiverse. They didn't come right out and say Kevin Conroy is playing the Batman Beyond version of Batman, but they say Batman from the future, which I think is code for Batman Beyond. I think they're just trying to save what his costume is going to look like and all the stuff he'll be talking about, but it almost sounds like they're trying to canonize the events of Batman the Animated Series in the Batman Beyond series, because that's basically a sequel to Batman the Animated Series to the Arrowverse, the same way that they did with John Wesley Shipp's 90s Flash TV series.
You failed.
Why are you doing this?
You did this to yourself, and now all of you will perish.
The bummer about that is that the Monitor basically erased everyone from that multiverse because he was testing them to see if they were the ones that would help him defend the rest of the multiverse against the Anti-Monitor. If you don't remember why our good version of the Monitor was going around erasing universes in the multiverse, that's because he was looking for people that were strong enough to stand with him against the coming of the Anti-Monitor. So if a universe of heroes was deemed unworthy, he just erased them, which seems kind of hardcore because that's basically what the Anti-Monitor is going to be doing during Crisis on Infinite Earths. But you have to imagine that if, say, like Michael Keaton showed up during the crossover, they would say that he's from Earth 89 because of his 1989 Batman movie.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
You see how they weave in all those big Easter eggs, so they're trying to canonize as many cool things as they can to the Arrowverse, like saying, oh wow, the events of Batman the Animated Series took place within the Arrowverse. But the thing about Earth 1's version of Batman is that they claimed that he disappeared without a trace a couple years before last year's crossover.
Bruce Wayne got us out of jail? Doesn't sound like him.
No, it wasn't. Wayne left Gotham 3 years ago.
Why? To go where?
No one knows.
So who's man in the shop now?
During a panel last year when they were talking about the Batwoman show, the CW president said that they would never be able to do Batman on the Batwoman TV show. So I'm guessing that Kevin Conroy's Batman is going to be from a different Earth in the multiverse. It'll be a one-off appearance, and they'll either save his universe or they'll erase it. In the lost version of Batman on Earth 1 will continue to stay lost, and we won't really find out who he is. There were a lot of Adam West Easter eggs when they debuted him during last year's crossover, so they made it seem like Earth 1's Batman was a mixture of Christian Bale's Batman, because this all took place in Chicago, so all the architecture looks like it came from the Dark Knight trilogy. And he's about the right age too, but there were a lot of Adam West 1966 Batman TV series Easter eggs, so you have to kind of mix both of those two versions of Batman together. This is such an awesome opportunity for Kevin Conroy too. He's never played a live-action version of Batman, but he has talked about doing live-action Batman Beyond because he is about the right age. You wouldn't know from looking at them, but if you can believe it, Michael Keaton is actually quite a bit older than Kevin Conroy. It's just a lot easier for those actors to play the older versions of Batman than try to use some crazy CG to explain how they're younger versions of Batman. The mythical live-action Batman Beyond is sort of like a unicorn in the DC movie universe right now. We always wonder if they're ever going to try doing something like that. I think if they could get them to come back, but now because Kevin Conroy is going to be playing TV Batman, I really do think that if they do a live-action Batman Beyond movie, then it would be Michael Keaton that they would go for. Like the way that Grant Gustin isn't going to be the Flash of the Flash movie when they eventually make that. There have also been rumors that Linda Carter is going to be playing a version of Wonder Woman from another Earth in the multiverse, but she's been on the Supergirl TV show several times as the President of the United States. But the character she plays on that TV show is an alien from another Earth. It doesn't have anything to do with the Wonder Woman character. They always have a couple Easter eggs, but it sounds like she might actually be playing real Wonder Woman during the Crisis crossover. So because of that, they didn't say whether or not they would be able to do a Justice League from another Earth too. Like saying the older version of Batman played by Kevin Conroy came from an Earth where they had a Justice League, but some of them have died off, some of them have gone to do other things. There are certain things that they just can't do in present day. So Justice League is one of those things that you'll never see the younger versions of the characters do. But a really cool workaround trick that they used in last year's crossover, especially for Green Lantern, because they're not allowed to do Green Lantern characters, is saying that Diggle from John Wesley Shipp's 90s Flash TV show Earth was a version of Jon Stewart Green Lantern.
Jay?
No.
Oh my God, Dad?
My name is Barry Allen. Hello, John. Do I know you? You're not wearing your ring. Things must be different here.
Before they announced Kevin Conroy as Batman during the crossover, the Diggle Green Lantern twist was probably the biggest surprise I've ever had. I always expected them to canonize the 90s Barry Allen John Wesley Shipp within the universe because we actually saw that during Flash Season 2. Like they flash his costumes like, oh, there's probably a Barry Allen from another Earth in the multiverse somewhere. But just to be clear, because they said Kevin Conroy is doing this during the crossover episodes, they're just talking about the 5 actual crossover episodes. It's getting a little confusing because all the first half of the season on Arrow is going to be Crisis on Infinite Earths, so you have a lot of Crisis stuff happening on all the shows in the regular episodes, but then you have the actual, real crossover episodes. The first 3 crossover episodes are going to air in early December like they usually air the crossover episodes around that time of year. They're going to end on a cliffhanger, then the rest of the crossover, the last 2 episodes, are going to air in January when all the shows come back. So just imagine the biggest possible cliffhanger that you could imagine.
What are you not telling me?
I've seen your future, Oliver. Inexorable and unavoidable. I have watched you die.
I think they're doing that just to try and keep as many of the extra viewers that they're getting for this big crossover, because they're probably going to double or triple their viewership, because so many people have stopped watching the shows. They're going to come back now just to see how crazy everything gets. But post all your Kevin Conroy Batman theories and predictions in the video. Do you actually think they're going to try and canonize the events of Batman the Animated Series to the Arrowverse? So what'll happen is I'll name a giveaway winner when I post new DC. There'll be a Titans Season 2 trailer coming sometime really soon, so I'll do a video for that as soon as it posts, but leave all your requests in the comments below. Click here for my Tom Welling Crisis on Infinite Earths video, and click here for all my Avengers Endgame deleted scenes videos. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.